Good morning, kids. It's the B Cup, and it's February 28th, Wednesday, 8:39 in the morning in Los Angeles time. And I just woke up. I love just waking up, getting a coffee, and coming on with you because you're actually the first people that I talk to in the morning. So even like, look at me. I'm totally just awake. So I've been having a lot of stuff on my plate, but I want to talk about first off, yesterday, what happened to me was so crazy. Hasn't happened to me in a long time. But I also got a lot of questions in the last couple days about asking me if somebody is attracted to us, is that a fetish? I'm getting more and more people asking me that. Good morning, Lauren. How are you on YouTube? Nice to see you. And hi, Rob. Good morning on Facebook. So, fetish sizing, it's a very, very difficult thing because it's easy to say when someone is attracted to something, it's fetish sizing it. It's easy to say that. I like certain kind of ice cream. Does that make it a fetish? No, it makes it an attraction to that taste or that thing. So, hi, Casey. Good morning. Good morning, Tori and Diana. Fort in the UK with snow. Bleh. Benny, good morning, and Robert, good morning, Patrick, and Star Leon. You're having Dunkin' Donut coffee. Why does everybody love that coffee so much? And oh yes, this is my shirt from Flannel Fly. They're the people who are making my t-shirts now. They're good morning, Francisco. How are you doing, my friend? And Nate and Liz. So let's talk about what is a fetish. When someone is attracted to you and you are a gay person or a transgender, I mean, I guess let's just talk about transgender. If someone is attracted to a transgender person, that is not a fetish. How did that ever happen? And how did that get on the tongues and the voices of people in our community? It's actually a very dangerous statement to make. Uh, what is I don't I hate Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin' Coffee. Why do people love Dunkin' Coffee so much? So my mustache is a little bigger, so now all the foam really gets caught on my mustache. Star Leon says, I'm a cis female and I'm pan, so I'm open to trans men and women, but I'm not exclusive to only trans people. But let me just say something, Star Leon. If you were just exclusive to trans people, would you think that is a fetish? I wouldn't, but would you think that's a fetish? Gino says, hi, you sound like you have a cold. No, I just woke up. I just woke up. Like, literally, I just woke up. I had a rough day yesterday and not a lot of sleep. Good morning, Xander. How you doing? Um, so Diana says, Nat, Starleon says, I have to really dig a person to have that attraction connection. No. Tori says, if I only liked you because of you being a transsexual man, it had nothing to do with you as a person. Well, yes, that could be considered a fetish, but that's not what's happening. People are attracted to transgender people for whatever reason. That does not make it a fetish. And let's just say it does make it a fetish. Do we care? Does it really matter? And why is it being this thing that you can't be attracted to a transgender person because that makes it a fetish? Do you know what that's doing? That's actually blocking people from even wanting to be attracted to us. Because now cisgender people are so freaked out about being attracted to us because now it's a fetish if you are that they don't even want to say they are. What's happening and why would we do that to ourselves? Nate says you're attracted to who you're attracted to. Sometimes I crush on cis, sometimes trans women. So, exactly. I'm attracted to the type of woman that I'm attracted to is a very feminine woman. That's the kind of woman that I like, and the kind of attraction I am to masculinity is very masculine, very muscular. So am I fetishizing femininity? Am I fetishizing masculinity by being attracted to it? I don't think so. And let's just say I was. I don't care. It still feels good to me. Exactly, Tori. I don't care. Whatever rocks your socks that is legal, then rock on. That's exactly the attitude you should take. That's exactly the attitude you should take. Benny says, do you think a fetish is an urge? I don't even really, we can dive deep into that, my friend Benny, because what is a fetish? What is a fetish? You could say you're attracted to something all the time. You could easily say that's a fetish. So it's easy to determine. It's easy to push something into a corner. You know, is it wrong to have a BDSM fetish? See, fetish too. An inanimate object worshipped for its supposable magical powers, or because it is considered to be inhabited by a spirit. I think that's why people are attracted to me. I'm inhabited by a spirit. People have the types they like. People need to get over it. They just need to get over it. But we need to talk about it. We need to talk about it. Want to know why we need to talk about it? Can I have a sip of my coffee for a minute? Mm. Sam, nailed it, Liz. Right on. Liz, it's not wrong to have a fetish. It can become a problem if it interrupts your daily activities. 100%. But let me say this, Liz. The reason why I believe we need to talk about it is because now it's become such a major part of the transgender world, and talking about our own sexuality and talking about when people are attracted to us. Now it's a fetish. If people are attracted to us, that is dangerous behavior. I always talk about dangerous behavior. It's dangerous behavior to continually call people out. It's dangerous behavior to continue to say everything triggers you. It's dangerous behavior to say every time somebody is attracted to us, it's a fetish. Do you see where I'm going with this? Do you see where I'm going? Everything is fucking negative. Everything now is becoming negative. Everything. Where's Dawn? I wish Dawn would come back. Dawn was the one who asked me why I'm always negative. I don't think I'm negative. I think I talk about issues that we don't talk about, yet it's on everybody's mind. It's on everybody's mind to talk about this idea that when you're attracted to a transgender person, you are fetishizing them. It's on everybody's mind, but nobody speaks about it. So, Dawn, if you're listening to us, it's not that I'm angry or I'm mean or I'm upset at the transgender community or somebody did something to me. It's that I'm very, very concerned with the direction that we're taking. And if I'm going to show you again, this is the direction we're taking. Every time somebody is attracted to us, it's a fetish. Every time people walk out the door who are transgender, there's a trigger, right? Every day, somebody is calling somebody out in our community because they did not follow the rules. Do you see what I'm talking about? Negative, negative, negative. I don't see anything positive. Then I see hashtags that all these people who call people out use called trans is beautiful. So they're all using this hashtag saying trans is beautiful, yet they're putting out in the world complete and total negativity. So when people look at transgender people, they see negativity, by the way. Good morning, David. Nice to see you, my friend. Amanda says, I don't think it would be a fetish to be attracted to a trans person. They are just normal people. A fetish is something like biting or role playing. Yes, right? But we cannot necessarily specifically determine whether or not when somebody is attracted to a transgender person, it's a fetish. You can't. We can't. Because it's such a wide definition. You can't. But it's easy to say every time you're attracted to a trans person, you're fetishizing them. Robin says, I almost missed coffee. Get your coffee. Hurry up, Robin. Just kidding. You don't have to hurry. Rochelle says, I've been accused of that. It's hurtful. It is hurtful. It hurts my feelings. Good morning, Freebird. Gino says, how about sex robots? Some have a fetish. Yeah, but so you're right. That could be a fetish, but who cares? Somebody's attracted to sex robots. That's their prerogative and their right to be attracted to sex robots. Whether or not it's a fetish or not, it doesn't matter. I want to know why. Oh, I see something in the background that we better change. I don't know. Anyways, why is it a bad deal? Why do you also think, I have to fix this. Do you also think it is bad if somebody is fetishizing transgender people? Do you think it's a bad situation? Soren, good morning, Soren. Sexuality and preference is incredibly fluid. Attraction is a base. The rest is simply preference. Jay David says, I love watching you. Hard to read your lips sometimes. Sorry, I know, because sorry, my friend. Are you deaf? J. David, are you deaf? Are you just hard of hearing? Amanda says it is kind of bullying to accuse people of having a trans fetish, especially for people who are really attracted. It is very bullying, and that's a very good statement, Amanda. I appreciate that statement. It is extremely. I'll try to talk a little slower for you, Jay David, but I also need to put closed caption on this. I think it would be really good. I wish I knew. I wish I knew sign language. Maybe I should take a sign language class. But also, it would be really cool if I could put a person right here who is doing sign language while I was speaking. That would be totally awesome. But I'll take you into consideration, my friend, and try to speak a little bit slower. But that said, I'll also look into closed captions for you. So, Shasha says it's the sexy mustache. I'm growing a 70s porn stash. I'm growing a 70s porn stash. What do you think? But the problem with my 70s porn stash is watch. Oh, I don't have enough foam anymore. Hey, Steve, how you doing, my friend? Rochelle says we all want to be desired, desirable. Then when it's expressed, it's thrown back at us. I'm an ally, not a fetishist. Great. That's a great statement. That's the hashtag for the day. I'm an ally, not a fetishist. It's ridiculous behavior. Please do not let people out there, all my cisgender friends, please do not let people out there discourage you for being attracted to transgender people because it's not a fetish. I'm going to tell you right now. If you are cisgender and you are attracted to transgender or transsexual people, it is not a fetish. It is an attraction, and it's purely healthy, and it's totally fine, and it's okay. Tori says, Buck, there's a way to have a second person on your live video, but I don't know how they do it. It would be finding people you can connect with. Yeah, I'm going to look into it. I think it's a great idea. It is working for me, Star. That's funny. Thank you. Sean says, I wouldn't date someone that cannot see further than my gender. It's a pretty fine line. I know someone who specifically tries to sleep with trans men. It comes across as you're a toy and you have no say or who you are. The last part of it is dangerous. When it impedes on who you are or that person tries to define you. Well, that's you're most definitely right about that, Sean. But that said, who cares if people are just attracted to transgender people? Do you really care? Does it really affect you if you notice that this person who you're dating today always had trans man lovers? Would that make you not want to be with that person because all they ever had was trans man lovers? Not me. Not me at all. If a person is attracted to a very specific kind of person, who the fuck cares? Really? Now, if it comes to you personally, and you feel personally that the only reason they're dating you is because you're a man with a vagina, and they want to try it or something, then yeah, that's it. But it shouldn't be that every time somebody is just attracted to transgender people or whatever, that's a bad thing. People can be attracted to a very specific type of person. We are new to the world. Transgender people are new to the world. So, of course, it's a whole new sexual attraction. It's a whole new attraction for a lot of people who have never been attracted to trans people because they've never been introduced to them. So we are a new attraction. So that's why it looks like people are fetishizing us because it's a new thing. And people are realizing they are attracted to us because they had never known they were attracted to us before because we were never on the table. We were never part of the buffet. And now we are part of the buffet. And people, instead of choosing the pot roast, they are choosing the delicate. Just kidding. Instead of choosing the pot roast, right? They're choosing the filet mignon. So that's what I'm talking about. Do you understand what I'm saying? We are part of the buffet, kids. And people are now trying something new that they never tried before. And they're trying a new dish and they're saying, wow, I can't believe I really love this dish. I never had it. It's beautiful. It's amazing. That's not a fetish. That's being introduced to a new type of person, a new type of sexuality. You have to understand, people are evolving. We evolve as people. If we don't evolve as people, then that's not good. We won't move forward in the world. That's the problem with the United States of America. It is not evolving. It is what? Revolving? Is that a word? It is going backwards. It is not going forwards. We are part of moving forward. People's attraction to transgender people is moving forward. It is a new thing. It's the new frontier. It is Star Wars. People are exploring new planets. Exactly, Robin. Why be offended? Right? Alexander, thank you so much. Starleon, you get it. Sabina says, I'm offended. I'm cis female and I don't know I was dating a trans. It's not like most trans. Exactly, Sabina. So don't worry about it. People are going to say all kinds of shit. Liz, right on. Shasha says, I have a fetish of potatoes. Actually, me too. I love potatoes. Attraction and fetish are miles apart. Devolving. Thank you, Alexander. Devolving. Thank you. Sabina says, does that change your attraction to a person? No. Sean says, no, it doesn't offend me. I'm not saying it is bad. No, I know you're not, Sean. Yeah, people can misunderstand things on the internet. That's the other thing. Good morning, Kelly Irene. That's the other thing. People can misinterpret people's ideas. Easy. Good morning, Nick, over there. Nice to see you on YouTube. Freebird says, well, I would say I'm the French fries. Okay, so we got that out. I don't believe attraction is a fetish. I believe if you are fetishizing somebody, who the fuck cares? And why is it any of your business? It should always be about you and not about us. Seriously, when you go to talk about attraction to people or who's attracted to you or why they're attracted to you, it should be about you. These people making these rules up for our community and pushing other people out, why are we letting them have such a huge voice? We're letting them do that. We are letting people come in here and determine the rules and determine the regulations and determine whether or not people being attracted to transgender people are fetishing. We're letting them say you cannot say these words. We're letting a group of people determine the rules and regulations of our own lives. And this has destroyed a beautiful thing. I transitioned 20 fucking years ago. We didn't deal with this kind of nonsense. We just fucking wanted to transition. We transitioned. We figured it out on our fucking own. We all fucking supported each other and we moved forward. It was the same with the dykes. We were all butch and we liked femme ladies and we all fucking just did our own shit. Of course, there was always drama. There's always drama. In every community, there's drama. But I've never seen what I see today, which is the total bullshit calling out, saying there's not enough this, there's not enough that. I'm going to give you another example. Are you guys all familiar with F to M magazine? Team Flint Layman yawn. Are you all familiar with F to M magazine? My buddy Jason, who's awesome, started F to M magazine, maybe 10 years ago. It's a beautiful, amazing magazine. You should look it up. Go to ftmmagazine.com. They've now put it online. I'm going to be working with FDM Magazine and doing an Ask Buck section. So FDM Magazine is an amazing, beautiful magazine, and it's all about female-to-male transsexuals. It started representation of female-to-male transsexuals, and it's been doing that since its induction into the magazine world. That said, lately there's been trans men attacking FDM Magazine, saying there's not enough representation. What is this idea of cis-passing transgender men who have muscles and look this way, and this is not okay? And it is okay. It's F to M Magazine, and it's always been about transsexual men who claim and identify as the binary. That's what the magazine is about. Yet there are these other trans, gender nonconforming, theys, people who are not masculine, who choose not to be that way, totally attacking the magazine. Saying there's too much masculinity here, there's too much binary here, everything negative. Nothing going to the magazine and saying, thank you for writing these beautiful articles. Thank you for putting out all this medical information. Thank you for listening to putting us and giving us visibility. All this negativity towards the magazine. And I'm like, why? Why is there so much negativity from a group of people who do not relate to the magazine, yet attack the magazine? Right? Do you understand what I'm saying? The magazine isn't about that group of transgender men. It's about a very specific group of transgender men. So what? That group of transgender men, like myself, who are transsexual, who identify in the binary, who like to work out and make muscles, who are cis passing, whatever the fuck that means, and now they're being attacked because they have their own magazine. So what do you think about that? Rochelle says, gorgeous models. Some trans men are just astonishingly beautiful. By looking at them, I'm fetishizing. I think not, my friend. I think you're admiring beautiful trans people. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. Steve says, people who say what's wrong or right of others drive me incredibly mad. There's so much of it going on, though. Look at Buck's famous nude photo, Rochelle says. Try not to fetishize while looking at it. You can't. But is that fetishizing my body when you look at it? Have I fetishized trans men by making porn? You know, people attack me for that. Star says, I have to go volunteer in my son's school. Have a beautiful day, Star Leon, and thank you for joining us. I'll see you in the next day or two. Skylar says, good morning. Good morning to you. Robert says, because people like to attack things they don't understand. But here's the deal. You're right. They do like to attack things they don't understand. Shaw says, because knitting is not a hobby for everyone. Is knitting a fetish? Is that what you said? Shelby, good morning, my beautiful friend. It's such bullshit behavior, and it's wrong behavior, and it's dangerous behavior, and it's behavior that I talk about. Yes, it's negativity. It feels like I'm talking about it, but I'm talking about it to bring awareness. Being attracted to a trans person is not a fetish, even if that's all you're attracted to. It's an attraction. We must stop this negativity about being attracted to a certain type of person or a certain type. And it's the only time I ever heard that. I never heard this idea before. Have you? Prior to people being attracted to transgender people, did you ever hear people saying, oh, you're just attracted to lesbians because you're fetishizing them? And you're a lesbian, but you're only attracted to other lesbian women. Are you fetishizing lesbian women? I mean, it's that easy to change something into a fetish. Liz says, Buck, I think people attack magazines with such a specific audience when they don't fit into the audience because they are insecure. I agree with you. Kelly says, I'm sorry for interrupting the convo, but I sent you a message a couple days ago. Oh, okay, Kelly, I'll look into it. Sorry, I'm totally backlogged. I got a lot of projects happening. Being attracted to a trans man means being cool. Right on. Robert says, I'm not a trans person, but I enjoy your views because it helps me understand the trans community more. I guess you could consider it a fetish. Robert, you're fetishizing me. Just stop it right now. You're right. You see what I mean? You're exactly right, my friend. You could easily say you're fetishizing me because every day you show up and every day you want to hear something and there's something that attracts you to me, right? There's something, that's why I am vocal about it not being a fetish if you're attracted to me. I am very vocal about that because I want people to be attracted to me. I want to have sex with people. I want people to take me on a date. I want you to take me out to dinner and then maybe we have sex. I want that. That to me is not a fetish. That means to me that you like and attracted to me and you want to have sex with me. What the fuck is wrong with that? Nothing. And to the cisgender people, and I have a lot of cisgender people who come on here, and I have a lot of cisgender friends, and I have a lot of cisgender fans. I like to call my fans my friends. You know what I mean? A lot. And they're attracted to me. That does not make me a fetish. It makes a certain type of attraction. If you're attracted to Angelina Jolie, is that a fetish? If you're attracted to a certain actor, are you fetishizing them? Or is it a group of people? Sabina says, that's not fetish. That's called stalking. You're right on. See, if we sat with our community every day and we had beautiful conversations like this and we didn't agree with each other and we just said, no, Buck, I don't think so. I do believe it is a fetish and it's just what I believe and I believe not. And we had our coffee and we laughed with each other and we said, you know what, dude, that's just what you think and that's totally cool. And this is what I think and that's totally cool. And we move forward in the world. And we move forward in the world. Every day we move forward in the world instead of backwards. This is what I'm trying to achieve. This is what I'm trying to achieve by having conversation, by initiating conversation, by encouraging people to speak their minds in our community, by encouraging people to become what? What? An individual first. Remember, you must be an individual in our community. You cannot be like everybody else. That doesn't make any sense. Then you're not living your true life. Okay? This says Angelina Jolie. I love her. Kelly says, raising my hand for being a cis straight female. And I think Shelby says, way too many labels. Shelby, it's out. Do you remember, Shelby? We never talked like this, Shelby. Shelby was my girlfriend back in the day. We never spoke about this bullshit. What I remember was Butch Femme. That was like a big deal back in my day. Butch Femme. I'm totally into femme chicks. And like Butch Femme was like the cool thing that everybody did. And it was like so fun. Of course, it's cis. What would we call that? Cis mimicking? Oh, heteronormative. Is that what we would call it, Shelby? Today, would they call Butch Femme couples? What would they call them? Heteronormative, cis passing, I don't know, blah, 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 right? Robert says, be comfortable with who you are and don't worry if someone else doesn't like or understand. Well, that's the point, Robert. I want to get that across to people, but people are worried. People are pushing against cisgender people being attracted to us. People are saying if you're attracted to a transgender person, you are fetishizing them. They're making a blanket statement. They're making a blanket statement. When you make a blanket statement that says, when you're attracted to black people, you're fetishizing them. That's not true. When you're attracted to Asian person, you're fetishizing them. That's not true. When you're attracted to transgender people, you're fetishizing them. That's not true. Shelby. Butch Femme. Right on. I belong to a few BBW groups and I do plus size modeling. When men are attracted to BBWs. They call it a fetish all the time and I despise it. It is not a fetish. It is not a fetish when you are attracted to BBWs. It's an attraction to a certain type of person. That's like saying, I really love corgis. Remember my little baby Coco? I love corgis. I love corgis. Now, if I only get corgis, does that mean I have a fetish for corgis? Does it mean that? No, it means I like corgi dogs. Yeah, it's a total turnoff, Shasha. It's a total turnoff. Gregory, good morning, my friend, says, I was really hung up on labels when I was younger. It makes sense because when you're young, you're trying to figure out who you are, and your labels give the sense of, I agree with you, normalcy and control during an uncertain, yes, I totally believe that. And I don't necessarily believe that labels are bad. I don't, because I label myself. I label myself as a man. You can't go through the world without labeling yourself. You can't. It's not possible. And I label myself as a man with a vagina who's bisexual. There. That's it. But if I'm attracted to a very specific type of... I'll tell you. I'm attracted to a very specific... Bye, Steve. Have a beautiful day. It's a preference, not a fetish. I'm attracted to feminine women, and I'm attracted to very masculine men. Am I fetishizing femininity and masculinity by being attracted to that? No. It is exactly in my brain, in my body, and what attracts me. That is not a fetish. It's an actual, real human function in my body, in my brain. It's what my brain sees and becomes attracted to and makes me wet. So my vagina isn't lying. My vagina isn't lying when it gets wet when I see Angelina Jolie. So how is that a fetish? My body isn't lying to me. My body is saying, you're attracted to that woman right now. You're attracted to that specific woman because I'm wet. So my body is saying you are. This is really that. It's actually confirming. You understand? Goodbye, my friend. Mickey says they need to control people's personal lives and preferences. Hunter says, loved your segment on Slut Ever. Oh, thank you for watching that. Soren says, I label myself all the time. I'm hungry. Yeah, exactly. Jared said, fetishes always appear to be based on characteristic of appearance. A boob fetish, a foot fetish. Right. Attraction is based on reaction to the emotional state being. That's a great definition. I like that. I appreciate that. And fetishizing is an easy thing to say. Gregory says fetishizing has more to do with dehumanizing a person to a sex. Yes, exactly. But even then, my friend Gregory, if a person is fetishizing you, it's up to you whether or not you like it or not. Not up to the community. It's not up to the community to tell us or to tell people that we're not allowed to be fetishized and that people cannot fetishize us. Do you understand what I'm saying? It is not up to the community to make a standard that says this. What if I like to be fetishized? What if I like it? And in a sense, if you're going to say when gay men are attracted to me, that's fetishizing me, I don't care. I like it. So you can call it whatever you want. You understand my point? Whether or not you like it or not as you and your person and you don't want to be fetishized, that's okay. But what if some of us actually like the attraction or like the attention we get from certain types of people? It's my prerogative to like to be fetishized, not yours. And it's not your say-so whether or not I think of it as fetishizing, right? It's a very delicate matter, but at the same time, we've got to stop letting other people speak for us. We've got to stop letting a community tell us how to be a trans person. There is no way to be a trans person. Nate says, I have a spanking fetish that has nothing to do with the gender orientation of the sexual partner. Yes, everything to do with the act. Good morning, Rafael from Brazil. Nice to see you. I love you too. Kelly says, this conversation is amazing. We had the same conversation in a BBW group, and when I said it was an attraction, not a fetish, I actually got kicked out of the group. I don't understand why it's a fetish. Then that group wasn't for you, Kelly Irene. It wasn't for you. That group is a total closed-minded. They had one idea. They were not going to let any ideas come in. I don't understand those kind of groups. That's a cult, by the way. That's a cult. That's not a group. A group is us. A group is a group of people who like to have conversation, agree to disagree, have opinions, have dialogue, blah, blah, blah. That's what a group is. Robert says, I was talking to someone before and we both shared an interest to each other. Then he asked me if I had ever been with a trans man. I responded no. Then all of a sudden he blocked me. I wasn't turned off by him being trans at all, but I guess because I have never dated. People are just, dude, somebody did you a favor, Robert. Somebody did you a favor, Robert. Trust me. See you later, alligator. See you later, alligator. Oh, you're going to send me a t-shirt, Gregory? I love t-shirts. Okay, I got to go, kids. Got a lot today, writing my book. This afternoon, I'm going to be on a podcast of Holly Randall. If you know who Holly Randall is, I'm not sure if it's podcasting live. Just look up Holly Randall, and I'm going to be on her podcast at noon today. So, or maybe it's a little bit later. I don't know if she's going to replay it or if it's live, but we'll find out. Yesterday morning, if you don't follow me on Instagram, you should. My Instagram is Buck Angel. And my Instagram feed, I went on a show called Bubba the Love Sponge. What the fuck was I thinking? I always want to educate. I always am taking on people who are against us. I take it on as an activist because I believe pushing through and talking to ignorance is the way to create change. So I spoke to Bubba the Love Sponge. Ignorant, right out the gate. My voice sounds like a lady. You're not a man. How can you be vomiting all over me? I'm like, dude, are we having a conversation? Anyways, it was a fucking train wreck. And I hung up on the motherfucker. So I'm going to say this before I leave today. Freebird says, I have dated a lot of people, but I never thought they had a fetish. So I'm finishing the book. I got an agent. I got an agent, kids, and I think I got a publisher. It's happening. So, everyone have a beautiful day. You too, Tori. So, I'm going to leave you with this. And you too, YouTube. Never, ever, ever let anybody speak down to you. I don't care who they are. Don't ever let anybody put their own goddamn fucking ideas in your head, ever. They're your ideas and your right to think how you want to think, and it's your right to walk the world how you want to walk. If somebody doesn't like who you are, doesn't like the way you dress, doesn't like the way you are, doesn't like your idea of who you are, who cares a fuck? Move the other way. Get them out of your way. Lock them off. Block them. Remove them from your life. If you have this negativity in your life, it will affect you on some level. It is why I hung up on Bubba the Love Sponge. You will not talk to me like that. Nobody will talk to me like, especially people who want to supposedly be educated. Never let people take you to their level of hate, intolerance, no compassion, no empathy. Hang up on them, block them, and remove them from your life. Because all they are things hanging off of you. They're just hanging off of you, sucking your energy. They're like leeches, and they're taking shit out of you. Remove it. Today, if there's one thing you do, be aware of the people in your life that are sucking the life out of you, that are sucking your energy, that are not making your life positive, that are not bringing anything positive to your life, that are only hanging on to you and taking and never giving back. Remove these people from your life, because really it is about abundance. And the people in your life should also be giving back to you on some level. And if they are not giving back to you on some level, you must remove them from your life. Yes, they're emotional vampires, and they will do nothing but bring you down. And I mean that on every level of your life. If you are in groups, if you are part of a community place, if there are other people in this community who talk shit to you, who talk down to you, who every time you speak to them, they make you feel like shit, remove them. It doesn't matter if they're part of the community. That is not community. And community doesn't mean just all trans people. Community means people of like-mindedness. Okay? So we at the B Cup are a fucking community. And we're a community of people who respect each other and love each other and want to create a place where we all can live free with abundance. And that, my friends, is the way your life should be every single day you wake up. Okay? I love you kids on YouTube. Thank you always for showing up and participating in this conversation, because you know how I feel about it. So go to the day and create the day that you want to have. I love you guys on YouTube.